Today I want to talk about the god that crawls. A martyring cult, a religious order dedicated to protecting sacred history. An ancient catacomb full of dangers and reward. The god that crawls. So this is a low-level adventure by James Edward Raggi, illustrated by Jason Rainville, with cartography by Devin Knight. So it's a low-level module that starts off in a church. And the church is a little bit odd, but one of the great things this module has for it is the maps. So it's a church, and it's a little bit odd, but not too much, except in the back they've got this big hole in the floor. And that hole, if you climb down it, there's like a big pit of slime, well, not a pit, just a big slime stain and slime trails. And this goes into an underground maze. And there's like several different levels of it. And these maps are really clear to see. And so I was able to take the digital version of this, which you can get from Drive-Thru RPG, and put them on Roll20. And so then the players could be inside the map and only able to see as far as their light source would shine. And so even as the DM, able to see the map, it was kind of tricky to work your way around. For example, right here is this little section. In order to get to that, you had to come up from here, and that would take you to here, and then you have to go back down, which takes you to here, and you go down that, and that takes you to here. And so in order to get to this section here, you had to go through all that. Many of these parts on a particular level are completely disconnected from any other. And there's lots of treasure, of coinage. Pretty easy to get to here. So it seems like a pretty easy dungeon. So what's leaving the slime trail? At the bottom level, there's a big crack running through it. So if you can get across the crack, then it's possible to get to some of the sections that you would have trouble getting to if you didn't go just the right way. So, what's leaving the slime trail? Well, first of all, there's the weird church. What's leaving the slime trail is there's a monster. Just one monster. But that monster is pretty tough for first level characters. Not impossible, but tough. So, yeah, you can't just stand up and fight him, so you're on the run. And you don't get credit for treasure unless you can haul it out of here. And there's more than you can carry, and if you're heavily encumbered, then the monster could catch up with you. The monster's slower than an unencumbered person. Yeah, so it goes to the church, and then there's the different levels. Now the treasure, the monetary treasure is all clearly marked. But yeah, so you're being chased by a monster through all this. And if you zoom in, let's use the color map to show that. Now, down here, there's a bunch of magical treasure in these little rooms down here on the third floor. Lots of really interesting, unique magic items. I don't want to spoil the humor of them. Close this back up. Yeah, this fold-out thing, while I'm trying to show it, it's pretty handy to use while you're using it, but when I'm trying to show it to you, it's not so handy. So. Yeah, so a monster, lots of treasure, lots of magical treasure. But yeah, some of these rooms on the other side, my players never got to because they couldn't get across the chasm there. Some of the really interesting things my players never found because they didn't go. It's quite a maze, and they just didn't find the right place. You know, there's potions and scrolls, and then there's the book. The book is divided into sections, and depending on which section you find, tells you which spells are. It's a spell book. And there's a whole bunch of unique spells that are only in one section of the book. Things like the caterpillar, scramble book, eyes afar, featherlight, mimicry. Interesting spells. You know, and you get more powers if you have more parts of the book. Here's one of the magic items being demonstrated that my players never found. So anyway, it's a really good module for low-level characters. It's published by Lamentations of the Flame Princess, but their system is pretty close to the TSR versions of Dungeons & Dragons. So if you play any old school game that is by TSR or that retro clones TSR, you could use this with your game pretty easily. But it's no longer available as that. But it is part of this anthology, Fire, so it's still available. And this is hardback, not softback like this is.